Hello, everyone, and welcome to this afternoon's live stream. Hello, how are we doing? It's definitely been a while since I've done a Saturday live stream, but I'm excited to be back to it. I'm excited. I feel like this is going to be good and productive. I feel like today I'm actually not going to be writing, even though I should be. I really want to make pottery, which is like not a normal activity that I do on stream, but I feel like if the sprints are long enough, I can handle it. I kind of would have to like get the clay out, get a clean surface, finish making what I'm making, and then like clean it up and then come back to the sprint. But I don't know. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna happen today, but I would like to do that. I feel like making little tiny shot glasses, but we will see. We will see if that happens. How are we all doing this afternoon? What are your plans for this stream? I realized I forgot to post this this link anywhere, so I'll have to like figure out how to do that. But I'll probably do that during the next sprint, so don't worry about it. That's my responsibility. I feel like I should pull up the timer, and I mean, I don't know, like I'm feeling like just getting on with it because I got a lot of stuff to do today. I got homework I gotta be doing. Hi Malin, how you doing? I am doing good. I'm so glad you can be here in your different time zone. Also, I like the new profile pic, by the way. I didn't know you were brown, or like maybe you're not brown hair, but you just dyed it. But I like it. I'm gonna attempt to be making pottery today. We will actually see if I manage to get the clay out, finish making the clay during the sprint. I might be doing that, maybe. I know I also should be writing, but honestly, I don't really have like the bandwidth for that right now, so I feel like I need to be doing something with my hands. So I might just be doing it anyway and just trying my best to keep my hands clean for when I need to go back to my stream. But I might be making pottery live. We shall see. Oh, you did dye it. Okay, it was fake blonde. Well, I think it looks nice either way. It looks good. Let me think about it. Have I ever dyed my hair? I think I got highlights when I was in high school one time, and they've definitely all disappeared by now. But I think I always wanted like blue on the ends of my hair because then it would like fade out like naturally and it wouldn't be that much upkeep. But I don't think I ever like got any like bleach on my hair. You're welcome. I feel like the pottery I have today is very red. I feel like it has like the tendency to stain things, but like it's just dirt. It'll come off. I'm also wearing a red shirt today, so I feel like it'll be fine. I'm just continuing to talk myself into actually doing the pottery today, which is good because today's the last day I have to bring wet work to the studio. So I need to do that after the stream. So I should do it. That's what I'm doing. I'm definitely doing it during the stream. Oh, you had red fading into blonde. Oh my God. I'm just thinking about the upkeep on that. Not only do you have like the blonde upkeep, but it's also red in your roots. Wow. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you know what? This is a really clever idea. I haven't thought it through that deep before, but like, I often do get pasta sauce on my clothes. Maybe this is my pasta shirt. It's also my clay shirt. Let me get the clay. It's right there in my bag. Okay, I didn't have to go far. It is clearly a red clay. And this clay, I've heard, fires black. So like it's a very interesting result after it's fired. I don't know how I'm going to keep the cats off the table when I do pottery. You're just gonna have to like continue to like shove them off. But I also do have some show and tell today. I do have some finished pieces to show probably during like when I actually finish making what I want to make and my hands are clean, the clay's away, then I can actually do like the show and tell. But I've made like a little jewelry tray and some earrings. Now the earrings don't have posts in them yet, but they've made the little charms, studs, I guess you would call them. I made that part, and those turned out so cute. I'm so excited for them. That being said, I also don't want to overextend my voice because, as you can tell, I am a little tiny bit under the weather. But I think I shall be fine to stream today. Hi, Krohan. You better enjoy your time on screen because this is all you're going to get. This is all you're going to get. You will be banished when I'm playing with clay because that is not a cat-friendly material. Bruh, you are all your butt is completely in the screen. Come on. Oh, come on. You gotta get down. You gotta get down. I'm sorry. I do my best to cover it up. I'm sorry. And I also can't see what you see either. So I do my best, but I don't always have 100% accuracy with that. So I'm sorry. Let me go ahead and share my screen so we can get this started. Oh, and I should also close out Sephora ad, and I'll also go ahead and post the what's it called? The stream link. Yes, I should post the stream link in the Discord so other people may join. So they did. Oh, you already did it, Molly. Thank you so much. You already did it. Thank you. That's sweet. Yes, and as the air conditioner turns on, it is time to begin the first sprint. One step ahead of me. Yes, okay. First sprint. Let's do this. People starting in 3, 2, hold on. Hey, cool gamer. Hi. We're just starting the first sprint. You're just in time. But let's get this party started, y'all. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, friends, that was the end. I think you can hear me. Yes. Hello. That was the end of our first sprint. I do have clay on my hands a lot. However, I am making progress. So far, I have made a circle, little circle of clay. This is probably thicker than I want it to be, but that's okay. I think it'll shrink. Hi, Grace. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry it was on full blast. I don't think I'm gonna be touching my computer to read the comments, but I am seeing them all and I am interacting with them. I am sorry the noise is loud for you. The other thing I did was I pretty cleverly rolled out like this. I didn't roll it out. I like flattened out like a sheet of clay. I'm going for shot glasses, so I think I can just make one with this amount. Thank you. I traced the circle with a lid to a candle jar, which unfortunately is going to be stained now, but things are meant to be used, so I'm not too pressed about it. If you saw the camera shaking earlier, I was wedging the clay, which means like this the like the pre-work step. It's the like I need to make sure there are no air bubbles in it step. And Malin, you did about 150 words and finished watching a YouTube video. That's very productive for 15 minutes. That's great. I don't really know how I'm gonna like. Here's the thing, I don't own a shot glass, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how large, how tall. I don't know the dimensions of a shot glass. I can picture it in my mind, but I'm like, I don't know if I'll be making the right dimensions because I actually don't own one. But I would like one. So that's the point. That's the point of this exercise today. And I feel like I have like only a little bit of this red clay to begin with. I kind of feel like I want to just use it so I can like, yeah, just like make the most of like what materials I have. And like the something small that I thought of making was a shot glass. I thought that would be a good use of it, or shot glass for ants. Worst case is a thimble. I don't think it'll be that's small. I'm actually worried about making it too big. A shot glass for ants. What is this for ants? What's that from? That's just deep in my brain somewhere, but I have no idea why I know that. Like, what is this? Oh, okay. I see. I didn't make it evenly. It's not evenly thin. I don't know how I feel about that. Do I want to try again? I feel like I might try again and try to wedge it again. So I can have like an evenly thin walls. I think that needs to exist in a pottery glass, in a shot glass. It definitely needs to have like even thickness of walls. I'm also using a cutting board. It's from Zoolander. Cool. I don't remember if I've seen that movie. I just think it's infiltrated my consciousness somehow. I do not know why I know it, but I do. For my surface, I'm using like a little cutting board type thing, like one that sorry, that's pretty loud, isn't it? One that I despise because like it's plastic and I no longer wish to use plastic cutting boards, but it's great for pottery because guess what? It doesn't absorb moisture. And so like it will allow the clay to just like dry on its own. Now, something interesting with pottery that you can do is like me just doing this, like flinging it, is making it longer, and I'm technically widening it right now. If I keep doing this, it will eventually like widen out into an even circle. Pottery is really weird. Clay like has a strange memory, and even now I am like manipulating the cells. See, it's already bigger than what I started with. Like, it's not, like, I guess clay is made of cells, but it's not, I mean to say like the particles, like I'm realigning the particles so they will like have a new shape. I'm using gravity to my advantage here and just like just like lengthening it, like making them lay in such a way that it wants to be a circle. Although technically I need it to be a rectangle, but it is already It's already lengthening. But the thing is, you also want it to be like an even thickness. Because if it's not, you risk like cracking. And that's German. It's not good. That's what I was gonna say. So I'm gonna try my best to flatten this out again. And what I've been doing is I don't have a rolling pin. You guys thought you were getting a writing live stream today. No, you're getting a pottery lesson. I have this. It's not technically used for the purpose I'm going to use it for. Like I forgot what it's called, a rib, but like it's very flexible, like this piece of aluminum, and I'm like just running it across the top and then like rotating it and running it again, and I'm like lengthening it and like spinning it and like making sure like it lengthens evenly. So that's what I've been doing. And I need to remake the walls because it's got to be a thin, and it's got to be like a long enough rectangle to like complete the circumference of the shot glass. This would be a lot easier if I had an actual shot glass, because then I could just like make a mold from it and then make it one. But no, I'm just freehanded it. And that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and start the second sprint. My hands are so clayey, like, but not from that side. It's almost like I got really badly sunburned. But yeah, I think I'm using like the back of my pinky to like maneuver here, and reset this timer to 25 minutes. Oh, I am lucky that I can just use my mouse for this operation. I'm not gonna clay all over my keyboard. No, no, no. I'm doing my very best. That's why I'm interacting with my laptop as little as possible. But we're gonna have 25 minutes now, and I should have somewhat of a finished product. Oh, I do need 2 fingers to scroll, don't I? Oh, it's risky business. It is risky. Oh, come on. There's 25. Okay, here we go. I made it there eventually. So yeah, we're gonna have 25 more minutes. I should have somewhat of a product to show you at the end. But yeah, go forth and prosper and do whatever you want. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Hello! That was the end of our second sprint for the afternoon. How did we do? How are we feeling? I just rinsed my hands, so they're not totally clay-free, but they are cleaner than they were 25 seconds ago. So, yes, I've been working. If you're just joining us, hello, Hannah. Hello. I'm sorry if the timer might be loud on my end. I can make it a little quieter. But this has been a good and productive sprint. You can see my hands still are a little bit red. But yeah, I just did a quick little rinse. But during that sprint, I created the walls for one shot glass, and then I made another base because I realized I have I have to wait. I have to wait for the wall, like the slab of clay, to dry somewhat so I can mold it, because if I do it when it's completely wet, it'll like slump and then it will not be able to create the sides of a shot glass. So I'm carefully maneuvering around my tools so I can show you what I've made. Here we go. This is what I got. These are my cookies. The slab, the walls, that looks pretty evenly thin. I mean, this side of it is a little less than the others, but those are my like two bases. And during the next sprint, I'm going to be making another slab, maybe? It does look a little bit like cookies, doesn't it? I'm glad you're getting back into writing, Hannah. That is clearly not what I'm doing today. This is pottery 101. So this is what I've done. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing really more I can do than just wait for the slab to dry so I can like roll it up onto like the cookie, I guess, like the base of the glass. I'm making shot glasses, by the way. And I also don't have any, I don't know how large a shot glass should be, so I could end up making it and it's very, very small. It could be the wrong proportions. It could be like just weird looking. But it'll be fine because it's just for me. Yes, the clay is particularly smooth, Hannah, because I was using a rib to smooth it out. It's a metal tool, very, very. How can I show you? Flexible. Yes, that's how flexible it is. And you know what? I'm happy to say I am keeping cleaner than I thought I would be. Like, I would say, like, the mess is contained to, like, this area of my desk, which is not very much. There isn't any on my shirt. There isn't any on my pants that I can detect, nor my chair. Like, I'm keeping pretty good about it. But I rinsed my hands so I could open the bag, because I'm not trying to be touching dirty clay hands on the outside of the bag. Get the outside of the bag dirty. That's a no-no. Oh, how is paper clay made, Hannah? I know it's a thing, but I can't perceive how it's created. And I know people who do play with it in the studio. I just like I don't get it. Like, how is it made? Um, this clay I'm using is called Mysteriously 266. I don't actually know what it is, but I've seen what happens to it when it gets fired and it turns like a black, and like that sounds really cool to me. So I think what I'm going to do is when this is done, I'm going to go over it with like when it's done, when it's fired for the first time, I'm going to use a light glaze with like some kind of particle in it, so I might let it just drip down the outside instead of just glazing the whole thing. Like, I think I'm going to do some kind of cool effect with it. I think like a whitish glaze contrasted with like the black darkness of the clay would look real nice. Yeah, what is paper clay, Hannah? Is it made out of paper? Is it like I have no idea. It fascinates me as a medium, and I think like it's something like people can make in their houses, but like I got no idea what it is. Otherwise, things I've been making with clay recently, I've made like a little garden scene inspired by Project Faye that is being fired right now. So it's done. It's just fired for the final time, and it's like I hope it turns out good because I spent a lot of time on it. And I've made some earrings. Some of them are actually done being gold fired today, and I should get to see them to see what happens once the gold luster like melts properly onto the surface. That should be looking real nice today. What else have I been making? I've been making a bunch of planters. I actually have one with me here that I need to bring to the studio today. That it's like this, and this is going to be purple when it's fired, so it's just like a little planter thing. I made that, and that one's going to be like a white clay with that purple color after that's fired. Malin, you refuse to get sucked into pottery because you do not need another heavy. No, pottery is probably it's probably worse than knitting or crochet in terms of well, I mean, there's various factors to consider. Like you got money, and I mean, like materials aren't that expensive for clay, but classes and if you want a kiln, that's expensive. And if you don't have a kiln, you'd have to like rent someone else's or like at a studio. And that can get costly over time if you're like firing really big things or a lot. It also is very messy, so you gotta like prepare for it. Thing about knitting and crochet is like it's not messy, but you just sometimes like the yarn might be expensive. To my knowledge, I don't crochet that much. Yes, I'm looking really forward to seeing the gold ones. I have like made like these really tiny pieces. I made like little hearts and little teardrops, little stars, and little like stud looking things, and I think they're gonna turn out super cute. Because I realize I don't wear earrings that often, but I would love to wear earrings that I've literally made. I think that would encourage me to wear them more often. And I also like the earrings I have I don't really like, but in this way I get to make exactly what I want. So win-win. Thank you about the planter. I hope it turns out cute. Most things that I make on the wheel are trying to be mugs, and then they fail, and I end up drilling holes in them and making them planters instead. That's honestly what happens. I've tried to make a mug 3 times now. All 3 of them have turned into planters. So it's not going so well, but that's okay. Sorry, pardon the noise. But yes, I hope it'll fire and turn out okay. So paper clay is like paper mache, like the pulp and paper making, like thick and pliable. Interesting. So like what material? Okay, you're saying it's very lightweight. I guess my hands aren't super dirty, so I can click on your comments now. But like, what is like it's paper and what? So what's like? Is it like flour? Is it baking soda? Like what's like the extra component there? Is it because of size? When I'm making the planters, I try when I make the mugs, to be honest, like I tried, like I got a ball of clay, right? It's on the wheel, it's rotating, and I'm like trying to like shape it into a mug. However, whenever I try to do this, it ends up getting too wide and not tall enough. So like I'm having trouble throwing, and by that I mean like shaping the pottery skinny enough, but also tall, because you can easily make it too wide and too short. Like the hard part is keeping it skinny and then making it tall. So that's my difficulty. I feel like I really shouldn't be touching this right now because I just touched my clay. But this is too wide for a mug, in my opinion, because the type of mugs I like to drink out of are quite small, and this would be too big for me. But it was thin enough the thing is, it was thin enough. It just by this time it was already too wide. So like you can't really unwiden something. That's a difficulty when you're throwing because like the centrifugal force forces things outwards naturally. So that's hard. Hannah, I have no idea if handles for mugs are difficult to get right because I've not yet made a successful mug to put a handle on. I do know how to make them in theory, and I think it would be much easier to make than the actual mug. Could be a bowl or a wide mug. Unfortunately, I've already put holes in it. But yeah, I'm going to the pottery studio after this stream, and that will be my absolute last opportunity to throw something if I wanted to throw something. And who knows, I might end up throwing a mug one more time. I do not know. We will see. Can I help you? No, she's good. Sorry, that was not really close to you. I'm sorry. But like this is what I've just been doing for the last or so minutes. I've just been like piling this wet clay because this clay is actually quite wet from the bag, and that's not ideal. I really just want like a tea mug, something that is like this shape. This is a candle, but it's like about this dimensions. That's what I would like, but it's very easy to get too wide when you're doing that, and I don't think I've mastered like pulling the clay vertically once you have it in like its beginning stage. That's what I mean. I wonder, is my clay dry enough? Nope, it's not dry at all. Not dry at all. What am I to do with you? How long should I wait for you to sit out? Questions. I don't know. I'd never actually played with wet clay in my apartment before. I usually do it at the studio. I wonder what would make it dry faster. I don't own a hairdryer. I do own a fan. I could put it outside in the sun. That would work. I shall think about it. I do need to make another wall slab if I'm going to make 2 shot glasses, so I better get on that. But then I need to like make them dry. How would I do that? I think my best way is to put them out in the sun and just like 30 minutes and then come back and then they'd be dry enough. I think that's my only way, my only option. I don't want to put them in the oven. I feel weird about that. It'd probably be too hot anyway. Yeah, I'll put them outside. Then the air circulation and the sun would like dry them a little bit. No, Hannah, it's not too cold. It is like a balmy 50 degrees outside. It would not freeze. Not where I am. Oh, what state do you live in? That must be pretty cold if it's freezing where you are. It has been a pretty warm week in North Carolina where I am, uncharacteristically for February. But I guess I'm enjoying it while it lasts. I know like some people have said that it might snow next week. Weather be wild, y'all. Weather be wild. I think I'm gonna do I have another surface I could like put pottery on? I don't know if I have another cutting board that is like this one. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I do have a plate. I do have a plastic plate that wouldn't absorb. Maybe I should get that out. I will answer these questions for myself. You live in Kentucky and it's 29 degrees? That's pretty cool for Kentucky. For Kentucky. Like, that's like the same longitude or latitude. I don't know which one I mean, but we're on the same level. Aren't we? Isn't Kentucky like right? I think Kentucky and North Carolina are kind of on the same. That surprises me a little bit. But I think the actual the ocean of North Carolina. No, the Atlantic Ocean keeps keeps the East Coast warmer, but that might be a complete falsehood. So if that's wrong, I apologize. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and set up the third sprint so I can get rocking and rolling. Literally, because clay is rocks and I gotta roll it. Okay, I will see you guys. Wait, hold on. Hannah coming in with the response. There's some small mountains between our states. It kind of keeps the cold fronts away. Yeah, that makes sense. That also tracks. But anyway, let's go ahead and start the third writing sprint, starting in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. All right, friends, that was the end of our third sprint. If you're just joining us, do not worry. There is one more. Hannah had to say goodbye for the afternoon, but thank you for being here, Hannah. I would say, finished creating for today, like with this material. So I'm going to close the bag. There might be some noise. I know plasticky noise can be quite bad through the mic, especially like this plastic probably isn't as bad as other plastic things I could have, but I apologize if the noise is uncomfortable to hear. But I will put that down, not touching it. As far as what I have created, during that sprint, I made another slab and I put it outside. It's been outside for about 17 minutes, and the other one has been outside for about 25. So I feel like they're like at a good like stage of wetness right now for me to actually mold them. I also made like a pinch pot one. So this is like, I can get it closer, but it's, it's just like I just stuck my finger in it and I made a shot glass. It is giving stump. I feel like I'm gonna lean into that when I design it, and I'm like gonna put like a wood pattern on it. But yeah, also looks a bit like a flower cup. It is flat on the bottom, which is a big win. Otherwise, I have to attach the bases of these spiral shot glasses to this, which I feel like is going to be kind of difficult because I don't really know how I'm going to do that yet. But that's what's going on. I should stop touching the pottery because I need to actually pull 4 cards for our last sprint. I do have a little thing of water right here that I can just like dip my fingers in and wipe them off. Thankfully. I'm glad I remembered that. Thank you. Marlon, I see your comments. It is exciting to see that they are being created. They are being brought into the world. You've been making good progress filming your video. That's nice. What video are you filming? I never filmed a video that way between sprints. That's a good idea, though. That's a good idea. I just filmed a video on Valentine's Day. So whichever day of the week that was, Wednesday, I think, I filmed a video and I just finished editing it and it's uploaded. All I need to do is finish making the thumbnail. So it should be out tomorrow. That's a little February check-in video. And I think I'll actually be filming again tomorrow. We will see about that. Malin is making it on the website. Awesome. That'll be so cool. Are you doing it from the ground up, or are you using like Squarespace or something like that? It's funny you mentioned author website because I tried to make one from scratch as part of a class project last semester. I learned how hard it is to actually make a website look good and function good at the same time. It is quite difficult to figure out just like what you're doing wrong as the human writing the code. It's hard, man. And there's little feedback to like help you with that. I mean, there are like code checkers, but it's like sometimes if you just don't know the fundamentals and you're just trying to do it, it doesn't come out right. Oh, you use Figma. I use Figma too. But you will use Wix. I have no experience with Wix. Actually, that's a lie. I remember using Wix in high school for like class projects. I think the one I used most for my university projects was WordPress, actually, which I think is similar. It's been a while since I've touched Wix. Yeah. I seem to remember that you are a designer. I love Figma. I want to go into UX design when I graduate. Hopefully, well, not hopefully graduate. I know I am going to graduate, but hopefully I will get into the career path I want. I either would like to be a UX designer or a game designer. And that could be like level or like, I don't know. I just think the game industry is very interesting. You hate WordPress. I also hate WordPress because I'm like partially in control of my company's WordPress site, and just the limitations of it, especially filtered through my university's restrictions on like what the WordPress can do, is just, it's very frustrating. So yeah, I would not choose WordPress if I didn't have to, but yeah. Yeah, I freaking love, I love the prototyping, like the design phase. I love like creating little like elements and components on Figma. I love that. What do you mean? WordPress is a Ryanair CMS. Okay, Ryanair, I would assume, is a flight company. Flight. But I don't know what CMS is. Makes you pay for every little extra. Oh, for me, for my context, that would be like Spirit Airlines. Yes, we have those here too, though. Spirit Airlines makes you pay for every little thing. No, we don't have Ryanair, but Spirit Airlines is the one that comes to mind when you say that. Yeah, I'm excited to make these shot glasses. I hope they actually turn out okay in the end. You have to pay for it. Wait, I mean, I think this is standard, but I think like specifically if you want, like, but the problem is like not everyone can pay for that. Like, there's only what, like 9 seats in the plane with extra legroom in like the plane. There's only like 9 seats. So I mean, like, why even have that as an option? That doesn't make any sense to me. Water is so good, y'all. Remember to drink water. That's so good. This stuff is good. Content management system. Got it. I guess I didn't know Figma was a content management system. In my head, I considered it as like a wireframe and prototype platform. But you're right, it is a content management system. I only have the free plan, so I might be like, nah, I don't have access to all the features. But for what it is, Figma on the free version was really good. You are currently drinking champagne, Ma? For what is the occasion? Just a Saturday evening. I love that. I love that for you. Just casually drinking champagne. I have these seem like dry enough. You say it is Saturday night. But champagne? What are we celebrating? I honestly have no idea what the best way to attach these two things are. Like, oh, Grayson, you're not supposed to touch the clay. You're supposed to draw your cards first. What are you doing? You just talked about this. Oh, it was your birthday? Happy late birthday. And I mean, I have no idea. Then again, your birthday might have been months ago. I have no idea. Champagne can keep for a while in the fridge, can't it? I love champagne. I think it tastes very good. The last time I had it was New Year's, actually, so not that long. The 2nd of February? Oh, that's not so long ago. It's only 15 days. Now, do I have a deck of cards I wouldn't care about getting a little clay on? I think my hands are mostly clean. I think I'll be fine. Like, I did just clean my hands. And, like, ooh. I did just leave a red fingerprint on that, though. It's not as clean as I thought it was. What am I going to do? And it was that moment she knew. She effed up. I'm trying to wipe the clay fingerprint off of the cards. I did wipe it. Okay, there is. Okay, hold on. How am I gonna do this, man? How am I gonna pull 4 cards? My arrogance, thinking I could be doing this. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna like shuffle very vaguely, and that's our shuffle. I'm gonna flip the deck over, and I'm gonna pull 4 cards, and that will be how long we were streaming for. And I'm gonna try to touch the cards as little as possible. So here's number 1. It's a 4, so that's 4. Drop the cards on the deck and pick one at random. Nah, I figured it out. Thanks for helping though. 10, that's 14. Okay. Good, good, good. Okay, ooh, it's a queen. Okay, that's 12. So that is now 26. See, I can do math at the same time. And then this is another queen. So we have 38. Is that 38? 30. 12 plus 12 plus 10 is 34. Plus 4 is 38. It's a 38-minute sprint. I should be able to at least finish one of these shot glasses by then. So I'm appreciative of that. 38. Yes. Hell yes. Awesome. Let me go ahead and present the screen one more time. We're going to have 38 more minutes of champagne drinking, clay making extravaganza. Sometimes I surprise myself with the words that come out of my mouth. Oh, I must also put my computer on the charger before I forget. Yes, it's right there. Okay, friends, let us have our fourth and final sprint of the afternoon/evening. And we'll start this in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, I finally managed it. Hello, hi. That was the end of our fourth and final sprint. My hands are covered in clay. But I have exciting news that all 3 of my shot glasses have been completed. So we also have this one. This one looks like a stump, which I think I'm gonna like add some lines to after it dries sufficiently. But we already know about this one. She's done. She's cute. These 2 I completed. So this one, yeah, my hands are so dirty. I had to do some wet work, so they be dirty. But like these are actually like quite fat, but they have little spirals in the bottom, and they are very quite flat on the bottom. They're a little bit irregularly shaped. This is the better one. This one is a little more wonky. There's no way I can touch my computer to show you, but like it doesn't, like it's a little off center, and I'm feeling like I can probably fix that once it dries a little bit more. Maybe, I don't really know. And then like this one I like better because it's like stands straighter. So like they are definitely sisters, not twins, but like they have spirals in the bottom. Ain't that cute? I can get a little closer. I did like an inward spiral as well. That's why my hands got all dirty, because I had to make that like that edge on the inside. I had to like make a coil and like smush it in there. So that's what's going on there. And they are quite hefty size. They are going to shrink around 10%, but I feel like, ooh, there's some of my nail polish in that. I got to take that out. I think this is good, especially this one. And I think this one will be quite cute after I fire it. But yes, that is all. That is what I've created. Thank you guys so much for coming and being just down for me to make pottery today instead of write like I normally do. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna head off now because I desperately would like to clean my station and my hands. They are like so much browner and redder in person, almost the color of my shirt. Yeah. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, everyone. You're welcome, Mullen. I hope you got a nice little relaxation out of it. It's funny, like when I crack my hands, I see like particles falling from them, which means it's really time to wash them, because one should not breathe in clay particles. You'll be watching Jess's stream? Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Don't stop, never stop it. Oh, you're can't stop, won't stop. Okay. Where's my brand? Here we go. Bye guys. Have a good evening.